Hey, good morning, guys. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing this Sunday? I'm being super lazy today, so I'm hoping everyone everywhere else is getting to be super lazy and getting to work on whatever you guys want to work on. Hey, guys. Hey. Hey, Mom. My mom is here. Hi. Joelle, I'm loving your your Periscopes. I keep trying to catch them when I can. So I was sitting here knitting and I needed a break. I needed a break from knitting, so I thought I would show you guys how I organize my knitting stuff and show you a little bit of my stash and what I do with it, or how I organize it and where I keep everything. So there'll be a little bit of walking around, and I'll try to do it slowly so that I don't give anyone motion sickness. So I'm gonna flip the camera. So this is my living room. I'm gonna go slowly. Oops, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna walk over here. So there's this little basket that I keep all of my mini skeins in, and a lot of these are from, yeah, it's a Sidekick. I'll show you in a second. So most of these are from when I joined Space Cadet Yarns Mini Skein Club. See, one of these I haven't even opened, but I love this mini skein club, and I just had to basically stop because I had too much. All right, so here's my spinning wheel, and I'm sorry this is so shaky, guys. I have weak wrists. So this is, I have Into the World here. Let me see if I could rest this on there. So, all right. So I got this little basket at Maryland Sheep and Wool, which I thought was pretty cool. I basically snapped it in here. Whoop, sorry for the shaking. There you go. I snapped it into the wheel there, so it holds my fiber as I'm spinning, which I thought was pretty convenient, and it kind of helps me out. I had it on my lap and I was getting fur all over me, and it kind of got to be a little annoying. So this little basket I thought was awesome, and I was so happy to find it by this little basket maker that was there. So this I got 40% off because, you know, if you use a coupon at Michael's, you get one a day. You get 40% off, and it came out of the basket section. My dog ate the top of it. Let me stand up here. All right, so this is where I keep all of my project bags. Oh my God, I'm shaking. Hold on. I'm trying to keep it still and it's making it worse. All right, so this is where I keep all my project bags. I got this at Michael's. I think actually I got it 50% off, which is pretty cool. I kind of had my projects and my whips in there for a little bit, and then I moved them. So this is now where I keep my bags, and there's some of my spinning stuff. That's hobbledehoy. If I know what I'm going to be spinning next, I'll pull it out and bring it downstairs. I'll show you where I keep my fiber too, and lay it out here. Nitty Naughty, Lazy Kate, some plastic bag of yarn scraps. All right, so I moved my projects over here. This also came from Michael's, this basket that I also used a 50% off coupon. And this is where I keep my current whips. So I have some bags here. Every one of these has a whip in them. You'll see why I have a plastic bag there in a second. Hey Juliana, good morning. Stitch by Sasha right here. This is Suburban Stitcher. This is my friend Space Junk Knits. I love this one for St. Patrick's Day. It's one of my favorites. This one, I got this in a swap. The fabric I got in a swap. And my friend Becca made it into a bag for me, which I thought was awesome. I actually made this one myself a long time ago, and it showed me that I don't like to sew. Thank you. I'll leave the sewing to the sewers and stick with knitting. I did make this one bag under supervision from a sewer, and you guys are awesome that makes bags. Do I put some sort of bug repellent in there? No, I don't really have a problem with bugs. I haven't had any issues, but that is a really good idea. It is close to the fireplace, but it's an electric fireplace. I can control it, and I can move it away if I want to. This stays off most of the time. We don't really ever use this. And it's gas, so it doesn't have like soot or anything. This bag is by Awesome Granny, and I love the size of this one. So that's where I keep my whips, and the reason that they're here by the fireplace is because this is what I call a knit corner. So this is knit corner. I had gotten this recliner because this recliner is actually smaller than a normal recliner, and since I'm a short person, it doesn't swallow me alive, and right now my dog is hovered underneath the blankets right now. Yeah, I love Awesome Granny's bags. They're huge. Yeah, thank you. So I built this little knit corner. It is comfy, it's my favorite. Originally I had the basket that I showed you that had my project bags. Yeah, I'll show you the Tower of Yarn too. So my project bags were in that other basket and it was right here until I replaced it with this little container thing, that little side table thing. I got it from Kirkland Homes, but they had them at TJ Maxx for much cheaper, which after I bought it, someone told me and I kind of smacked myself. But so yeah, I have that there. Your nest. That's awesome. So this is where I have my current project, my sweater that I'm working on. There's some spindle boxes out there right next to my chair within reach. My iPad, my computer, the remote controls, and water. So this is where my drop spindles. I didn't get to say that in my spindle tutorial that I did. I forgot to mention that I store my top, or what do you call them? Drop spindles here hanging from pieces of yarn so that, you know, they don't get warped or anything. This little wall thing I got from IKEA. I'm not entirely sure what it originally was used for, but I turned it basically into where I keep, like here's my little spinning bowl. I pulled out this yarn because I'm gonna make something. Thank you. I love collecting the pins. Every time someone gives me a pin, I smile and I stick it up here. So I pulled some yarn out. I'm gonna be using that soon, so that's on standby. This is a coffee warmer. I just discovered this. A friend told me about this coffee warmer. I didn't even know such a thing existed. But this is from, I got it from Amazon, $7 or something with free shipping. And now when I drink my coffee, it stays warm because coffee has a tendency to go hot, 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 cold by the time you get to drink it. So I usually shove this up here and that's where my coffee goes when I'm drinking coffee. And then I just have other pieces of spinning that I'm spinning on my spindles and stuff in here, and that's where I put everything. And of course, buttons I've collected over time. It doesn't keep your mugs warm. It doesn't do the best job, but at least it keeps it warm enough for me to drink it quickly. It won't keep it warm forever. So some of my yarn here is in a curio cabinet. So I had this curio cabinet and I stopped using it. There's my spindles rack up there. I stopped using it and the curio cabinet was in the basement doing nothing. And I told my husband, I was like, I want to build a knitting corner. And he wasn't like, no. He was like, yeah, sure. So I took the curio cabinet and we basically call this the exploding yarn cabinet. So the reason why is because every time I get yarn, I shove it in here and this thing is shoved. I mean, I've been knitting for a pretty good amount of time, and my problem is I get yarn at the festivals and stuff, but I don't have time to knit it all, so I've basically just been collecting yarn, and I can't knit through it as fast as, you know, they come, the festivals. I don't really buy yarn online. I usually just wait until I go to the festivals because I don't really run out that I need to purchase online unless it's something special. Yeah, give him a little bit. I'm sure he'll start making some and put up his, you know, stock his shop. Yeah, so this is the exploding yarn cabinet here. This is some hand spun that was knitting in color. Blue Heron and rayon metallic, pretty cool. I can't even remember what this is. I originally had it organized. I had like worsted up here and I had like stock yarn down here, but over time I just started shoving stuff in there. See, there's the yarn that I bought from that Shenandoah festival, and it's like I had to cram it in there. And then on the bottom is yarn that, like, some acrylics and stuff that I don't normally have a plan for, that I just have. Some hat yarn stuff I was gonna make a hat out of and stuff. So this yarn that I'm not likely to use anytime soon, I shove in the bottom, but this is running out of room. So, hey Vicki Lynn. So if you have some old cabinet or something you're not using, curio cabinet definitely makes the good little yarn cabinet here. So I'm gonna walk upstairs. So excuse the walking. I almost wanna like, don't watch the motion sickness. All right, so I'm gonna walk upstairs and I'm gonna show you that I had to move upstairs for the rest of my yarn because that cabinet doesn't hold anything anymore. This is my laundry hanging. This awesome laundry rack I got off of Amazon for 20 bucks. Love it. So this is the guest bedroom, AKA my older daughter's when she comes to visit for the summer. don't mind that. So I have gotten these hanging things from Walmart. These are clothing hangers, sweater hangers, whatever they're intended to be used for. These actually make a really, really good stash holder. You can cram tons of stuff in there, and thanks. Yeah, so this is where I've had to move to because I kind of ran out of room there in that exploding yarn cabinet. But these are super inexpensive. They have them at Walmart. They have them at Target. This particular one is extremely sturdy, the one with the fake bamboo or whatever this is, because there are some others that are kind of flimsy, and I didn't really like those as much, but yeah. So here's these. And the plastic bags. So you can get these gallon bags from Hefty. I don't worry about moths. I haven't had an issue. I worry about them to a point where I know that the possibility exists that it could be a problem, but I repeatedly kind of check in here and I don't really see anything. So I don't have mothballs or anything. If something were to become a problem, I would definitely change how I'm storing it and probably go for something closed. But for right now, it hasn't been an issue. So with these gallon bags, I use these, and I could label the front here. Let me get a better one. So if I buy yarn and I know it's going to be used for a particular project, like a blanket or a sweater, I go ahead and I put the yarn in the gallon bags and mark the pattern that I'm going to be using it for. Like this one's supposed to be the abate from Alicia Plummer that I was going to make for my daughter, but it took so long for me to get to it or not get to it that she's outgrown it and I don't have enough yarn for it anymore. But definitely the Hefty gallon bags. That's why you saw a bag downstairs, is because I had the yarn for my Rhinebeck sweater in one of these waiting to be used. So that's why that plastic bag was in my whips down there. So that's a good idea. I actually got that idea from the Knitmore girls, if you listen to their podcast. So, all right, turn this over. So for my fiber, I'm gonna try to step back and not fall on the bed. I got these from Target. So these bends were inexpensive. They come in different patterns and different colors and stuff, and from Target, and they fit really nicely up there, and that's where I keep all my fiber. I'm going to try to pull one of these down without dropping it on myself, so I'm going to put the camera down for a second and then pull one of these down to show you. And it's going to like cascade on me. Oh, not too bad. All right. Sorry about that. All right, so there we go. So these, I kind of just keep stuffing, you know, fiber in here when I get it. I'm sorry about the crinkling. I know it's going to crinkle, but a lot of this is loop, hobbledehoy, some gourmet stash. Trying to be very light with it. Some knitting color, neon baddies. Some more hobbledehoy. Hobbledehoy is one of my favorites because of the bright colors. There's that braid that I showed you guys the other day. Her colors are just so fun that I can't help myself. I don't have them organized by color. Right now, my fiber isn't organized at all. It's just shoved wherever I could fit it. Maybe in the future, I might. I'm trying not to collect so much fiber that I kind of get in over my head, which I failed to do so far. But for right now, everything I buy is sort of like rainbows. So there really wouldn't be a way for me to organize it by color. But if you do have colored ones, that would actually be really cool to have like one bin for pinks. From who? Hobbledehoy? If it's Hobbledehoy, you're going to be so excited because the pictures really just don't do it justice. Yeah, I love her stuff. Yeah, she's fun. Hobbledehoy for sure. And then, so I won't take these down. But yeah, basically, if you love Hobbledehoy, you probably also love Loop. Loop is awesome. I wonder if I can pull down. Do I have a bullseye bump? Hold on, let me try here. Sorry guys. Just got like fiber falling all over the place. Alright, I can't find my Loop bump, but oh, here's one. Alright, so if you've never tried Loop, I swear once you try a Loop bump, you will never want to spin anything again for as long as you live. The fiber prep on this is amazing. It pulls out from the middle and you just hold on to the bump and it's already like basically pre-drafted for you, so you just spin and you don't have to stop. Like I seriously just want to own all the loop bumps in the world and spin those. So, yep, so there's loop. So yeah, as you can see, look at it's just a big mess of color. Everything is rainbow, everything is colored. So yeah, I hope maybe that some of these tips might work for you, or something maybe you hadn't thought of before. And I got a good break from knitting, so I'm going to get back to my Rhinebeck sweater. Sorry about the shaky camera syndrome, and you guys have a good Sunday. I'll talk to you later, all right?